Hello students, welcome to the class. I am Yogita. Our subject is CNET Nursing Education for Nurses, and today we are going to learn about types of philosophy. Before that, as you all know, philosophy is a word which derived from the Greek word philos means love or sophia means knowledge. Hence, a philosophy means love of knowledge. And the definition of philosophy says a philosophy is a science of science and philosophy is a science of knowledge. And when we come to the types of philosophy, we can see mainly two types of philosophy: traditional philosophy and modern philosophy. Now, under traditional philosophy, we can check four concepts: idealism, naturalism, realism, pragmatism. Under the concept of modern philosophy, we can check with the seventh concept: existentialism, progressism, behaviorism, eclecticism, experimentalism, humanism, and reconstructionalism. Okay, now let us come to the traditional philosophy. In traditional philosophy, we are checking with now first philosophy, naturalism. Now, with the word itself, we'll understand it is something related to the nature. Here, the philosophers they say that nature is a universal truth. There is nothing beyond the nature. They believe whatever we are there, it's because of nature where we are living. So they say that this concept was developed in the 18th century itself. They say that whole reality is a nature, and these philosophers deny that there is nothing is exist beyond this nature. That means they don't believe this god, supernatural power, or something which is universal. They say that nature is an extreme, and that is the one of the biggest truth of this life. And here the main principle of naturalism is, here it's a child centered education. And this education, here they do not force the child to learn. Here they provide a maximum freedom to the child. This freedom is also to choose the curriculum or subject for that child. And they believe the education, a learning process take place in nature. And your behavior is modified and discipline is maintained based on the consequence of natural occurring. So this is what the principle of naturalism. Then the main aim of naturalism is self-expression, struggle for existence, education according to the nature, and perfect development of individuality. And also they focus on individual child-centered learning. Next, what is naturalism and organization education? Here, what they say is, they don't say that school is required, a structure, a formal education they don't prefer. They say that learning take place in the nature. Also, they don't depend on God. They don't say that nature, a supernatural power, spirituality, and something it's above the nature, it doesn't exist. Now here, if you see the curriculum, they focus on such subjects like physics, chemistry, zoology, and botany, which exist in the nature with the touch you're studying and feeling the subjects. They also give importance to the language study. Also, they prefer the study of mathematics. And naturalism give a very significant place for a spiritualism to the curriculum. Next, a method of teaching. In naturalism, they are using a learn by doing method. You will get an experience when you do the things. You learn the things in a better way when you perform that. Also, they focus on observation, self-learning, doing by learning, and play way method. You get involved in the play and you are learning the things. Now, the discipline is maintained in naturalism. It's because a lot of freedom is given for the child, and they expect a discipline is built based on the consequence of happenings what you get experience. Based on that, discipline is molded. And if you see the naturalism and teacher, here a teacher has got a role to observe the child and provide a natural learning process. You don't prefer the child, you don't make the child to study under strict, rigid infrastructure or in a strict curriculum. Here, teacher will be a guide so that they will motivate the child to learn the things which happens in the natural setting. Also, they will also say that like teacher will create the environment which is more effective for the child to learn it in a better way. So this is the way. Here teacher doesn't have much control over the student. Teacher cannot make choice for the students. Here children, they will choose their subject they like. Based on their like interest, they are learning in a natural setting. So this is what naturalism says. This says that nature is a universal truth. There is nothing beyond nature. So this is what proposed by philosophers who speak about naturalism. The next philosophy is idealism. Now, this idealism is one of the oldest philosophy. They believe that spirit, this human body has got a spirit and we are closely related with the spirituality. They believe in God and a supernatural power which exists and which control our life, and we are getting a knowledge because of these universal powers. And they also believe that a spirit of man is external, and they already believe that there will be an existence of spirit and we need to develop the spirituality in individual. That's the reason they are giving education for the children. That means a child must understand about the spirituality, and also child should develop the quality of social living skills. For that reason this education is very important according to idealism philosophers. And the principle is a principle of universal mind. You are acquiring a knowledge from the universe. Your mind should be open enough to receive your knowledge from that universe. And here they regards that man is a spiritual being. We human beings are spiritual beings. We are closely associated with the spiritual things. And also they feel that real knowledge is pursued in your mind. It's not that what you read and study. See examples like olden days, they were like saints, they were doing dhyana meditation for many years to pursue the knowledge. See, just like that, you will receive to your mind from the direct universe. The knowledge will directly impart to your mind. And here the aim of education is self-realization, self-understanding, universal education, and developmental of creative power, as well as developmental of moral senses, morals, values, developing a spirituality and cultivating a spiritual value within the individual. Next is idealism and curriculum. Here they give much preference to the spiritual aspects. They believe that nothing is beyond that. Every individual must practice the spirituality and cultivate such values within them so that they can lead a good life. Now, method of teaching in idealism. Here they require a classroom which is a basic for developing a spirituality so that human minds will interact and they are perceiving the knowledge. They can use open discussion, questionnaire methods, project methods, or a group discussion can be used. Such methods can be used to study. Now, when you talk about discipline in idealism, they don't force the strict rigid disciplines. They are free to provide the freedom, but here this freedom is filtered. Like a self discipline is important to mold your behavior, your nature, your attitude, your moral values are cultivated within you because of your self discipline. And idealism and teacher. Here teacher is a very important person who is the role model for their children. Teacher must have that personality so that children learn from the teacher. And teacher must exist. Teacher is believed, he is just like a gardener where he is gardening the garden with these children of the tender plants. He is shaping the behavior and molding the personality of these children. That's why teachers are very very important here. So this concept was explained in idealism. Okay, the next philosophy is realism. Now here in realism what they say is, what do we feel and will sense, that will be a real existence. Only that has given a preference. Any ideas, any thoughts, any beliefs, any supernatural powers, that has not given any values. We need to experience the things with the sense organs, and what exists, that is what called real. Now here in realism, the main principle is the world realities are everyday's truth of life. Every day what we experience, what we feel, what we are able to explain, that is what called realism. And it also believe that like what external contact we got in this world, what we can touch and feel. And it also looks like man is a physical being controlled by rules and laws. See, we are existing, we are real, and we are controlled because of laws and rules. And real knowledge is obtained by analyzing and experimenting. Here, a scientific experiment is done to test the reality. So that will give a basic for realism. Next, if you see a aim in education, it is to prepare the child for their life, prepare the child for their happy and successful life, and also foster the physical and mental power, as well as prevent from certain mental irritation and illness of a particular child. And developing senses, develop your sense organs to receive a maximum information and knowledge, providing occasional education and make the child familiar with the natural and social environment. Because when we feel, when we see, when we come in contact with the nature and society, we are experiencing a knowledge. This is what called realism. And the realism curriculum says, according to this, we are not just studying the things, we are not just studying the materials, we are getting a real experience in our life. We are getting a more information, because when we got involved in the work, sense realism attached to more important to the natural science and contemporary social life. See, we are giving more value to a social life because we are living that life. We are experiencing that life. Psychology, sociology, economics, politics, history, graphics, agriculture. See, these all aspects are studied here because we are involved in such studies. And different methods of teaching. Teaching methods are used here. We are using certain rules, regulation, laws, classroom teaching. You are having a discussion, and we are having experienced learning. We are having a field trip, and we are making a learning in that, and we are trying to experiment with the reality what we are experiencing. And discipline, here they want to form a self discipline in a child. There is no strict discipline. They want a child to follow certain rules and regulation and cultivate a self discipline with them. Now, even the religious education, that help to develop the moral values and some rules of a society, that will help the child to develop a quality, develop a essence of being real and following that in their social life. And here a teacher is very important. Teacher will be a guide to a child. Teacher is showing that how to lead the life. Also, teacher will have a mastery over their subject, as well as they will have a more information and knowledge they pursued because of their own life, and that will be explained to the children. And here teacher will have a belief that he will educate the child in a right way. He will make the child to get a real life experience and make the child to understand what is real and what is unreal in life. And also teacher will help the child to live a good social life. So this is what explained in realism. The last traditional philosophy is pragmatism. Now the word pragmatism is derived a Greek word pragma, that means work. Here these philosophers has given importance to work what you're doing. So individual, I am because of my work what I am doing. They don't believe any kind of supernatural power or nature or some kind of spirituality where the knowledge exists from the mind. Here they believe that what work you're doing, that will be your exist. So you need to learn by doing. So they say that we get experience only when we do the things, and when we work, that will give us the satisfaction. Now here the principle of pragmatism is, here individual or human being is a biological and social animal, and here individual experiment the truth and they'll get the experience and they'll get the knowledge, and we take this experiment knowledge which is essential for the learner's development. And they also say that there is no absolute values, like as how the idealism philosophers said that God, universal truth, and we'll get the knowledge from the universe. See, such values they don't bother here, and they don't give importance to such kind of informations. But here the aim of education is to create the harmonious development in the individual, a continuous experience and social efficiency. And they develop the curriculum, it's based on your interest, your knowledge, your experience and your integration in a subject. And here what they say that like a child is given a freedom, but doesn't mean that child can do whatever they want. Child require instruction, and that instruction will help the child to get a right experience of their work and right experience of their life, and they can do the better work so that they can get the product, they can get the outcome when they perform their task. And the method of teaching, here they don't go for a strict classroom method of teaching, or they don't say that they don't prefer the bookish knowledge that you learn the book and you get acquire knowledge. But instead of that, in pragmatism they said that you do the work, you learn by doing, you learn by your own experience, you do it and you learn it. And the main discipline, it's because of self discipline. They don't say that we require some military force or some strict police officers to control the behavior of an individual. Here the behavior is controlled because of themselves. Self discipline is imparted in the child. And the teacher is not a dictator here. Teacher is not dictating the problem and giving the solution. Teacher is not a observer. Teacher is a person who can give a right guidance to the child. Teacher will give the problem and he will stimulate thinking within you, and he stimulate you to find the solution for the problems. A teacher is very essential. He will be a role model for the children so that they get experience because of a teacher. And teacher is not guiding only a learner. He is always be with the learner and he will help the learner to get the success. So this what said in pragmatism. So we learned the traditional philosophies, mainly 4 philosophies. Naturalism, where they say nature is extreme, nature is last, apart like expect nature, nothing is there. Idealism, they say that God, spirituality is important, and we get the knowledge from to your mind directly, maybe from the universe. So they give much preference to the moral values and spirituality. Realism, they say that nothing is real. Your real life experience, your existence, that experiment you do and you understand the fact, that is called real. So we are focusing that and we are living our existence. We are living our life. This is called realism. Pragmatism, they say that pragma means work. You do your work. You learn by doing the work so that you will get all kind of satisfaction in your life. So this is what explained in traditional philosophy. I hope you understood. Please keep watching, because you have to study modern philosophy also. So I guess this is only a traditional philosophy. So definitely I'll see you in the next class with the modern philosophy. Thank you all. Take care.